In the heart of a shimmering forest, where moss grew like velvet and streams whispered ancient secrets, lived a little elf named Ilara. But Ilara wasn't like the other elves. While they crafted bows from yew wood or sang to the moon, Ilara had a most peculiar hobby. She collected sunbeams. Every morning, just as the dawn painted the sky in shades of rose and gold, Ilara would scamper to the highest branch of the tallest silver birch. She carried with her a collection of crystal jars, each one polished until it gleamed. As the first rays of sunlight pierced through the leaves, she would carefully open a jar, and with a gentle, practiced scoop of her hand, she'd capture a single, warm sunbeam. To others, it looked like she was just bottling air, but Ilara could see it. She saw the way the light danced and swirled inside the glass, a tiny, captured piece of the sun's joy. She had jars filled with the soft, gentle light of a spring morning, the bold, brilliant gold of a summer noon, and the long, amber rays of an autumn afternoon. Her little home, carved into the trunk of a great oak, was aglow with the light of 1,000 different days. One year, a strange and persistent gloom fell over the forest. A thick, gray mist refused to lift, and the sun was hidden for weeks on end. The vibrant colors of the forest faded to dull shades of gray. The flowers drooped their heads, the birds sang mournful tunes, and the other elves grew weary and sad, their usual cheerful energy completely gone. The forest, once alive with light and laughter, felt heavy and silent. Seeing the sadness all around her, Ilara knew what she had to do. She gathered her most precious jars. She first visited an old badger whose den was dark and cold. She opened a jar of summer noontime light, and a brilliant, warm radiance filled the small space. The badger blinked, stretched, and felt a warmth he hadn't felt in weeks, a smile spreading across his weary face. Next, she went to the grove where the bluebells usually chimed. They now hung limp and silent. Ilara uncorked a jar of soft spring light. The gentle glow washed over the flowers, and one by one they began to straighten, their petals regaining a hint of their former blue as they drank in the remembered sunlight. She climbed trees to share her light with the sorrowful birds. She visited the dens of sleepy foxes, and she brought a jar to the heart of the elven village. Standing in the center of the community, she opened her largest jar, one filled with the most joyful sunbeams she had ever collected. A magnificent golden light erupted, pushing back the gloom and casting long, warm shadows. The other elves gathered around, their faces upturned, feeling the magical warmth on their skin. A little bit of hope returned to their eyes. Inspired by her kindness, the other elves started sharing too. The bakers shared what little bread they had, the weavers shared warm blankets, and the musicians began to play soft, hopeful melodies. Ilara's light hadn't just brought warmth, it had reminded them of the light they all carried within themselves. Slowly, as if encouraged by the forest's own renewed spirit, the real sun began to peek through the clouds. The mist thinned, and a genuine sunbeam, bright and new, finally touched the forest floor. A great cheer rose up from everyone. Ilara, standing with her now empty jars, smiled. She knew she would start collecting again tomorrow, but she also knew the most powerful light wasn't the one you could keep in a jar, but the one you shared with others. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this little story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share a little bit of your own sunshine today. See you next time!